Students, this video is also from the chapter Hardware Components. Okay. In my previous video, I told you about the basic organization of a computer. That means how input is given from the various input devices and the input is sent to the CPU. The operation is done within the CPU and the result will be sent to the output unit. And then we can have the output from the output unit. Okay. In this video, I will explain about the motherboard. Okay. So what is motherboard? Motherboard is basically a board or an electronic circuit that holds all the important internal part of a computer. That means motherboard holds the CPU, it holds the RAM, it has slot for the hard disk, okay, it has slot for the ROM, it has port for the input and output devices. Okay, so all important internal part of a computer is attached with the motherboard. See the picture carefully. Now you can see the yellow portion. It is the slot for the CPU or the CPU socket. Here the CPU will be attached. Okay, the brain of the computer, the central processing unit of a computer will be attached in this slot. Above that you can see CPU fan and heatsink mounting points. That means a fan will be attached here and it will have a heatsink mounting point. Okay, what is heatsink mounting point? Heatsink mounting point is a point where heat will be absorbed. That means when the CPU works, it will generate some heat and that heat will be absorbed by the heatsink mounting point. Now above that you can see the memory slot, the violet one, two violet slot you can see here. These are the slot for RAM. That means you can add RAM in this slot. Okay. Now from the right side you can see PS2 mouse plus keyboard. That means you can see here two port, one is green and another is violet. These two port will hold the jack of the mouse and keyboard. Okay. Above that you can see the USB port. In that USB port you can add the pen drive or the data cable. Okay. Above that you can see the serial port. Then above that the parallel port, and above that you can see the LAN port. LAN cable can be attached here. You know the full form of LAN, local area network. Okay. Above that you can see the port for audio devices. Okay. Sound box can be attached here. And then you can see another thing, PCI slot. Here is 5 PCI slot. What is PCI? Peripheral Component Interconnect. And above that you can see a AGP slot. The full form of AGP is Accelerated Graphics Port. Okay. Now see the AGP port, the green one. Here is the green slot. Okay, this is AGP slot. Now what is AGP slot? It is a high-speed point-to-point channel for attaching a video card to a computer system, primarily to assist in the acceleration of 3D computer graphics. Okay, that means if you want to see a 3D video or play a 3D computer game, then you can add a video card in this slot. Okay, that video card will enhance the 3D viewing or 3D performance of that video or of that game. Okay, so this is this green one, this is AGP slot, accelerated graphics port. Okay, for attaching video card. Here a video card can be attached, this green slot. Now I set the PCI slot. You can see here 5 PCI slot, 5 white slot. Okay, so what is PCI? PCI is Peripheral Component Interconnect. PCI slots on motherboard allow external connectivity to an expansion bus for hardware, network card, etc. Devices such as graphics cards, sound cards, rate controller, network cards, etc. The expansion card increase the machine's capability beyond what the motherboard could produce. Okay, like expanded graphics card, expanded sound card, increased USB, etc. So basically, if you want to enhance the capability of the motherboard, you can add various card here. Okay, various card like extended additional network card, additional sound card, additional graphics card. Okay, this card can be added here so that the capability of the motherboard can be enhanced. Okay, so these are PCI card or PCI slot or Peripheral Component Interconnect slot. Now here is another two things, that is the south bridge and the north bridge. See carefully, north bridge with heat sink. You can see the chip with green background and something written in white 8x. This is north bridge with heat sink, and you can see another chip just above the AGP slot, south bridge. Okay, so a motherboard has two bridge, south bridge and north bridge. Okay, the north bridge is closer to the CPU slot, and the south bridge is at little distance. Okay, so what is north bridge and south bridge? These are the two chips of a motherboard. The north bridge or host bridge is connected directly to the CPU and is responsible for the tasks that require highest performance, whereas the south bridge is connected to the north bridge and the north bridge ties it to the CPU. The north bridge handles communication among CPU, RAM, PCI or AGP, and south bridge. The south bridge controls all the I/O functions such as USB, audio, serial, system BIOS, etc. Okay, so beside the CPU chip, a motherboard has also another two chips. One is south bridge and another is north bridge. See, the north bridge is closer to the CPU and the south bridge is at distance, but both are required to enhance the performance of the motherboard. Okay, the south bridge is responsible for controlling all the input-output devices. Okay, it receives signals from the input-output devices. Like, see, the south bridge controls all the input-output functions such as USB, audio, serial, system BIOS, etc. Okay, and the north bridge handles the communication among CPU, RAM, PCI and south bridge. Does mean north bridge is more important in enhancing the performance of the CPU, because the north bridge or the host bridge is connected directly to the CPU and is responsible for the task that require highest performance. Okay, and the south bridge is connected to the CPU through north bridge. Okay, that means the south bridge is connected to the north bridge and the north bridge is connected to the CPU. Okay, so these are the basic things about the motherboard. You can see that all the important internal part of a computer, like the CPU, which is the brain of the computer, the RAM, the memory of the computer, okay, the input output ports, these all are attached within the motherboard. Okay, and here is a slot for the hard drive also, okay, where the hard disk is attached. Here is a slot for ROM also, where the read-only memory is attached. The read-only memory holds the basic instruction of the BIOS. Okay, a read-only memory which stores the startup instruction or BIOS of the computer. So this is the basic idea about the motherboard. I hope you understand.